if you're the kind of person who likes to judge the decisions that other people make in their lives, this video might be interesting for you, because right next to me, I have got the top 10 most popular new knives of 2024 as voted by you with your dollars. Let's check them out. Hey everyone, David C. Anderson here, coming at you from the KnifeCenter. And of course, we've got Thomas behind the camera as usual. And as mentioned, this list was picked by you folks. These are the best-selling new knife models that were released this year. Not just the best-selling new knife releases, I should say. We're just focusing on newly released models this year. So while the Paramilitary 2 Salt from Spyderco would have come in second place on this list had we allowed it, that's just a new version of an existing model. And to keep the list interesting, we wanted to exclude some things like that. So let's get into it for right now. Number 10, coming in, priced very affordably, starting at the $57 mark, we have the CIVIVI Yonder, a Zach Whitmore design of Zach in the Wild, of course. There's a couple of different variants at this point in time. Here are two of them. You got a sub 3-inch, about 2.88 inch long Nitro V blade or Damascus steel, as you can see on the wood version right here. And we've got that sort of reverse tanto, if you wish, or spay type of blade shape on here that is so popular right now. Fairly small handle, but neutral enough. I've got about 3 to 3.5 fingers, about 3.5 fingers for the grip on my hands, which are slightly larger than average. But everything else is designed to work for a pretty wide variety of people. You got an ambidextrous crossbar lock, dual thumb studs, and a reversible mini deep carry pocket clip right here, which makes it just a nice, easy customer. Nice thin blade stock on that blade as well. This is a very slicey design. And yeah, coming in 10th place, and I venture to say this would be even higher if it were released earlier in the year. This is only just a couple months old at the time this video has posted or is being recorded, and it is nipping right at the heels of some of the things coming after it. So very cool debut knife design from Zach Whitmore, the CIVIVI Yonder at number 10. Coming in number 9, the Petrified Fish Hourglass, and we didn't have one on the shelf on the day we were filming, so we're gonna have to rely on some B-roll footage for this. But this came out January 2nd was the day it was first received and made live on our website. And this thing is phenomenal. Priced just about 59 bucks for the least expensive versions right now. It is super classy and feels like a way, way more expensive knife than it is. You've got titanium bolsters, exotic wood handle inlays, K110, the name brand D2 steel, and just a swooping, elegant design. It's featured on a few videos throughout the year for us because we've become really big fans of it really quickly due to the sheer value and refinement you get for it. Well-deserved, earned place at number 9 on the list. Coming in on 10th place, we have the least expensive Reate folding knife to have been released up to this point so far, the Alvin Lee designed PL-XT, featuring what they're calling a pivot lock, which functions kind of like a button lock, at least in how you use it, except it is centered around the pivot right there. And all of the springs and hardware mechanism is captive inside. It doesn't push out the back, such as something like CRKT's deadbolt lock. It's different than that in terms of the actual patentable actions of it, but it operates kind of just the same. You've got a secondary safety on that lock as well to keep you from accidentally pressing that button when you are using it, if you want to use it hard. And you kind of can use this knife hard, even though it is fairly compact. 3-inch blade, so it's not too huge. Nitro V steel, so you've got a lot of toughness in that blade, and a little bit on the thicker side for more toughness at the same time. And then the thickness of the handles. It's not a super skinny knife. It is kind of hand filling, and I can choke up on it real easily and get a 4-finger grip if I'm kind of bridging that moderate finger guard right there. And that thickness is due to the width they need for the locking mechanism there on the inside, but you get the benefit of a chunkier experience. So if you don't want to carry something too large, but you want super robustness in what you do carry, this is a good option. And another option decent for just about everyone. The pocket clip is reversible, and even though it's a right-hand facing lock, it's a very easy lock for lefties to use as well. Very, very cool knives. Tons of different handle flavors available. This is the wintergreen variety right here, or the natural jade G10, but some micarta options are also available. Coming in at number 7, we have a new Kershaw, and that is the Mini Iridium. 2 variants available at this point. You have an ice blue version and an all blacked out version. And as the name suggests, it is a mini version of the standard Iridium, which was released last year. What we've got here is for about 60 bucks for this ice blue version. You've got a 3-inch D2 blade, very cool drop point shape to it, very distinctive drop point shape, which is very nice indeed, and a stone-washed finish on it, aluminum handles, and similarly to the other knives on the table so far, it is a size that works just about anywhere, and it has functions or features that allow it to work for just about anyone. Namely, the ambidextrous qualities right there with the crossbar lock. Kershaw calls their version the Duralock. You've got the ambidextrous thumb studs and a reversible pocket clip. Very nice action thanks to the KVT ball bearings in the pivot. Smaller knife, 3 to 3.5 finger grip for me. I can certainly choke up if I need 4 fingers on that handle. It's kind of that just enough size to get things done without being too much to carry around. This version especially, I think, looks quite classy as well. Coming in at number 6, our second CIVIVI of the day, or of the year, that being the Ben Peterson designed Sendy. Sort of a 3-inch Barlow-inspired everyday carry folder. These start a little bit over the $60 mark. There's a few different variations, 2 different blade shapes to choose from, a standard drop point as well as a distinctive spay blade. Not a reverse tanto, Thomas, don't even say it. This, I think, is my preferred version. I like the green micarta and the stone-washed blade. I think it looks really nice. You've got that blade being about 2.83 inches long, nitro V steel, full flat grind, so it is very slicey. It is just a good, regular, standard pocket knife without anything getting in the way of it. Slice is great. You've got a nimble, narrow shape for getting into tight spots and just being very precise when you need it to be. We've got a deep carry pocket clip, which is reversible. Very deep carry indeed, actually. Liner lock, and then a flipper tab here sticking forward instead of back, but it's still very, very easy to use, as you can see. And then the ace up the sleeve, or the trick in the bag, hole, something, with this knife is the toothpick and tweezers, each made from metal, right there in the back of the handle, allowing you to carry a little bit extra with you day to day. Now, Swiss Army knives, of course, are famous for having toothpick and tweezers installed in most of the models, but not too many other folks are doing that. Why should they have all the fun? Ben Peterson and CIVIVI think you should get on the fun, or they should get in on the fun as well, and I'm here for it. Very cool knife indeed. Number 5, another CIVIVI to take a look at. This is a big year for CIVIVI in sales, especially on these new models, and that is the CIVIVI Elementum utility blade version, or utility button lock flipper. These start just over 40 bucks, about 42.50 in fact, and it's a little bit smaller than the original Elementum, but you've got aluminum handles, button lock action here, very neutral handle, so even though it's a 3-finger grip for me, I can choke up. Smaller hands can work well on it, and I can choke up thanks to a little bit of space here in front of the flipper tab and get a 4-finger grip when I need to. And it uses standard replaceable blade utility knives, a genre that is only still heating up this year, so they hit the market at a very good time with this indeed. Again, it's a good option for lefties or righties thanks to the button lock that is easy to use left-handed and the reversible deep carry pocket clip. That reversibility is something that the standard Elementum does not have, in fact. And then thumb stud or flipper tab for engagement or for actuation of the blade. You do need a Torx driver to unscrew this little bolt to change the blades, but blade changes are simple and you've got access to pretty much the whole edge here. So you're not gonna be able to, reverse it around and have a clean or unused edge from the other half, but you are getting more edge to use while you have that blade in place. Very good job, CIVIVI. All right, coming in number 4, it is A model name you may recognize, but this is a wholly re-engineered, slightly reshaped and re-released knife. That is the Microtech LUDT Gen III. The shape is more refined than ever before. The action is more, and the internals are more robust than ever before. And it's just, yeah, it's the LUDT updated, and updated enough we think that it definitely applies for this list today. The price on them is really good for a Microtech automatic as well. These start just over $260. You've got a 3.5-inch drop point blade, M390 MK steel. They've also introduced for the first time on any LUDT, the Tanto blade variation, which I'm even more of a fan of than the drop point. Even though I'm generally more of a drop point guy, this just feels fresh, what they've done with this Tanto right here. The handles are aluminum, they taper towards the back, yet they've still managed to maintain a very good balance. In fact, that's part of it right there. You can see it rests right where your index finger wants to sit, which makes it a very nimble handling knife. You've also got traction thanks to the rubberized insert grips. You've got a 2-pinch position pocket clip there for extra retention, and just really strong firing action. Very cool to see this classic get updated and not kind of fall by the wayside. Number 4, right there, ladies and gentlemen, the Microtech LUDT Gen III. Also the most expensive knife so far on the table that we have looked at. Next one, spot number 3, and I gotta say, I'm a little bit conflicted about including this, and I'll let you know why. That is the button lock Bestech Swordfish. And by the same logic that the LUDT Gen III is eligible for this list, this knife is also eligible for this list, even though the only real change is they went from a liner lock to a button lock. And the blade had to be shortened just a tiny bit as a result of that as well. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same as the original Swordfishes, only better. You've got the flickiness of that button lock action. You've got the lefty friendliness of the button lock action, and it still flips nicely even without the strong detent that a liner lock typically does provide. They start at $68 with a 14C28N blade. You can also get it in this MagnaCut blade option, which is a KnifeCenter exclusive with these black and white G10 scales on the button lock for $119, just under $120. We've also got a black bladed version of this available. So the MagnaCut, very high performance right there, definitely sets itself apart from the Sandvik steel $68 models. And it's just a really nice knife. It's still a really nice knife. But like I said, I'm a little conflicted because while the Gen 3 LUDTs definitely feel newer, this feels great, but it doesn't feel as much of a new design as the LUDT. So just as sort of a consolation here, I'm gonna give you the 11th best-selling new knife design. So we could, if theoretically the Swordfish wasn't in it, this would have been number 10. But that is the Ken Onion designed Karbon Buckhorn. Coming in right under the wire there. These are very cool knives. They started out with a titanium handle with S35 VN blade for $270. It won the Knife Collaboration of the Year at Blade Show this year, and very recently they've introduced this more budget-oriented model coming in at $155. It's not a budget knife per se, but definitely a good chunk off of the full-fat version. Aluminum handles and 14C28N blade steel. 3 3/4 inch blade, very distinctive, very Ken Onion style to the blade, and a very Ken Onion styled handle as well. Very recognizable for what he brings to the table, and elegantly made too. Check out the cool machining on that blade, the sophisticated shape. This is one of those that, even though it is expensive, still manages to feel like it's more, like it should cost more than what it does. The action is great. Everything about it is just pretty darn phenomenal. I'll go ahead and put it here, spot number 11 for you. So you get a bonus pick in the top 10 here. All right, top 2. We're coming in the number 2 spot, and we try not to get like too emotional about this because this is a huge deal for me. It's the MKM Pocket Tango, which is of course my first production fixed blade design to hit the market. There's 3 blade shapes on offer. You've got the Nessmuck, you've got the Lamb's Foot blade, or reverse Tanto if you want, or modified Wharncliffe if you want, and the sheep's foot or a razor style blade, which is a KnifeCenter exclusive. It is a pocket fixed blade. It's been a few years in the making, and I'm just blown away that you folks have voted with your dollars, bringing it into the #2 new knife models, new knife designs of the year. Super, super flattering. Let me tell you a little bit about it. 3-inch blade, Magna Cut steel, great stuff. G10 handles on the base model, starting around 170 bucks. Carbon fiber and micarta are also available at this point in time. It's got a 3.5 to 4 finger grip. This angle at the back works well for manipulating the blade and getting the most out of that small edge. And the ingenious magnetic MKM pocket sheath. This was not my idea, unfortunately. I'm not trying to take credit for it. I just love what they've done there. You've got a magnetic flap that holds the pocket sheath in place while it's there. And it does need a little bit of breaking in, but once it is, it's very easy to extract that blade without the sheath coming with it in your pocket. Super, super grateful to you guys. Super grateful to have won Best Factory Fixed Blade at Blade Show West with this as well. I'm riding high. Thank you. Enough about me. On to #1. And this is #1 by a large margin. There's no contest whatsoever here. #1 has sold almost twice the amount of #2 right here, and deservedly so. It is the Kershaw Bel Air by a country mile. They just hit so many of the right marks with this knife. They surpassed everyone's expectations as well with it, I would say. Coming in just under 150 bucks, you've got a US made knife with Magna Cut steel, just over 3 inches long with this kind of modified Warncliffe shape, even though they call it a drop point, but we're splitting hairs there, it doesn't matter. Aluminum handles, slim is the name of the game everywhere here. Both slim handles to make it easy to carry and slim, slender blade stock there to make it a slicing dream, especially with that full flat grind going on. Their crossbar lock is excellent. KVT ball bearings again in this particular unit. Deep carry pocket clip, which is reversible. It is a knife that's easy to recommend to just about anyone looking for something this size, especially if you want an American-made knife. But even if that's not part of your criteria, this still is an excellent value for what you're getting. Several versions have become available over the past year as a result of the popularity ever since this was introduced in January. The latest of which is the first uncoated blade, or the first non-black colored blade to be released so far, the marbled carbon fiber version. This one's coming in about $195, but all the other versions on the site right now coming in at that $150 mark. Truly an epic knife, truly a pack leader. Like I said, it wasn't even close when it comes to the rest of the competition. The Bel Air is well deserving of the title of the most popular new knife design of the year. Well, that's what we've got, folks. Let me know what you thought. If you want to judge other people's choices, let me know in the comments. If you've picked up one of these knives for yourself over the past year, let us know. Let us know what you like about it. Let us know what else you're looking to pick up down in the comments. If you want to get your hands on any of these knives, especially if you're looking for some gift ideas, this could be a pretty nice list for the knife person on your list, or even the non-knife person on your list. If you're looking for just the right thing, check these out. And you can check them out at the links in the description below. While you're over there at the Knife Center, you can see some new things like our new Sezzle payment options, which have been added, as well as some old things like our long-running Knife Rewards program, because the least we can do when you buy one of these knives for yourself or someone else this time of year, you might as well earn some free money to spend on your next one. I'm David C. Anderson from the Knife Center, signing off. See you next time.